Alright guys, here we are with Wednesday's maths on week 25. That's Wednesday on week 25. So the first one here, we're adding up a quarter and an eighth. Now we can't add them up like that. We need to convert them so that they're both the same. So I'm going to make them both into eighths. So 1/4, well that's 2 out of 8. 2/8 is the same as a quarter, plus 1/8, and altogether it's going to stay as eighths on the bottom, and we just add the numbers on top to find out how many eighths altogether. Number 2, a microwave costs €200 plus 20% VAT. Well, 20% is 20 hundredths, and we can simplify that down to 1/5. It's 1/5. 20 goes into the top once and in the bottom 5 times. So it's going to be 1/5 of this is going to be added on in value added tax. So to get a fifth, we'll take our 200 and divide it by 5, and that gives us 40. Okay, and it's one of those, so 1/40 is 40, so we're going to have to add on €40 to the price here to give us the total price. Number 3, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You might be able to do it in your head, but if you can't, what we can do is take this 6 here and change it into fifths. So there'd be 5 in each unit, so altogether there'd be 30 fifths. Take away 2 fifths, and that's equal to 28 fifths. Now we can't leave the answer as an improper fraction. We have to finish it off by turning it back into a mixed number. So 5 into 28 goes 5 times, that's the units, and that's 25, and then 3 left over. So 5 and 3 fifths. Number 4, we've got 1.4, multiply it by 0.5. Okay, we'll get an answer in here, and we count up how many numbers there are after a decimal in the sum. There's 2 of them, so we start to the right and move over 2 places to find out where the decimal goes in our answer. Number 5, we're rounding this to 3 decimal places, so it's going to be 15. The first 2 will stay the same, 5, 0, and then the 8 here is the third number, and that's where we're going to stop, and we have to decide, is the 8 going to stay the same or is it going to go up? And the number after it, the 9 here, tells us that it's going to go up. So it's going to go from 8 up to 9. So it stays as 15 point, and then it's 5, 0, and 9. Number 6, we've 0.6 multiplied by 4. Well, we can write that as 4 multiplied by 0.6. And we can put a point and a 0 in our 4 here, and that's just the same as doing this sum up here. Okay, you use your decimals after, numbers after the decimal to find out where the decimal goes in your answer. Number 7, half 1/5. So we're going to take 1/5 and we're going to multiply it by a half. And that's how you find a fraction of something. You multiply it by the fraction. So on the top we'll end up with 1, and on the bottom we'll end up with 10. And that makes sense because 2/10 would be a fifth. Now we have to name this 3D shape. Now any shape that is the same on the front and the back, all of those shapes are called a prism. Okay, and we just have to work out what kind of prism it is. Well, we have a hexagon at the front and back, so it's a hexagonal prism. I'm going to let you count up the faces, the edges, and the vertices. Number 10, we have to rotate the rectangle 180 degrees anti-clockwise and draw the new position. Now what's interesting about this one is it doesn't matter when they're rotated 180 degrees, it doesn't matter if you go anti-clockwise or clockwise, it's going to end up looking the same. So I'm just going to take the shape and rotate it through 180 degrees. So if we go anti-clockwise like they asked us, it'll end up like this. with E looking normal on the top and backwards on the bottom. And if we went clockwise 180 degrees, it'll look the exact same way. Okay, so that's what it'll look like there. Just take a last look at it there before I put it back. Okay, we'll bring it back to normal. So you need to draw that shape in here. Number 11, 250 milliliters is a quarter of a litre. What's that as a decimal? So we should know that a quarter is 0.25. One second there. 0. Okay, my pen is gone here. Just give me 1 second and see if I can find out what's happening there. Okay. Now, 0.25. That's a quarter. Now, on number 12, we need to look at the jumps here. So to go from 250,000 to 500,000, we're going up by 250,000. From 500,000 to 750,000, we're going up by another 250,000. So some of you will work out what this number is in your head. If you can't, you can still find it. You can say it's 750,000 and we're adding on 250,000. Okay, and that'll give you your answer for in here. Number 13, write in ascending order. Now, ascending order is starting small and getting bigger. Okay, it's like ascending a stairs is going up the stairs. So the smallest one is just this one here. It's 9 thousandths or 0.009, and I'll let you put in the other two. Number 14, the angles in a rhombus add up to what? Well, we know that a rhombus is square. That's kind of where all the sides have been pushed a bit. But what's important is it's a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. And any shape that has 4 straight sides, they add up to 360 degrees. Any shape that you draw with 4 sides, the 4 angles inside will add up to 360 degrees. Number 15, 1 1/4 is equal to 1 point what? Well, we know that a quarter is 0.25. Okay, so that'll help us with number 15. Number 16, we have this full circle here is 360 degrees. There's a slice taken out of it of 50 degrees, and if we take that away, that'll tell us what this big angle here is. Okay, so 360 take 50 will tell you what that angle is. Number 17, 1/8 of 5. Okay, now this is a bit of a tricky one. So we're going to take 5 and we're going to divide it by 8. And you're probably saying to yourselves, well, 8 doesn't go into 5. And that's okay, because we're going to put in a decimal and we're going to put in a few zeros here. So 8 into 5 doesn't go. 8 into 50 goes 6 times with 2 left over. 8 into 20 goes twice with 4 left over. And 8 into 40 goes 5 times with 0 remainder. And our decimal stays here. So 1/8. Apologies guys, I'm after doing that question incorrectly. That's completely wrong. So 1/8 of something is equal to 5. So actually that makes that a lot easier. 1/8 of something is equal to 5. When we need to multiply 5 by 8 and we get 40, 1/8 of 40 is then equal to 5. Apologies guys, I read that question the wrong way. I thought they were asking us for 1/8 of 5. But at least you've seen how to do that. Number 18, a pencil case has 10 blue and 5 red pencils. Now altogether that's 15 pencils. What's the chance of picking a red one? Now remember there's 5 red ones. So it's 5 in 15. But we're going to change that because we can simplify that by dividing both sides by 5. And that'll give us a better answer for what are the chances of picking a red pencil. Number 19, 50 multiplied by 0.001. Okay, now that tells us that we are going to move our decimal And you're probably saying, where's the decimal? When in 50, there's a decimal here. They're just not showing it to you. And we're going to have to move it 1, 2, 3 places to the left. So our decimal is going to be here now. And we'll have to put a 0 in this empty space. And we're going to get 0.050. And lastly, number 20, write the decimal 4.05. So all you have to do there is write 4.05 in here. Okay, so that's it guys. Only a couple of days left now and then we're back in the classroom. So hope you're getting on okay with that, and we'll be back with more tomorrow.